Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Demon the Boss 12 here, also known as Detective Yuki. Hee hee hee. And today I'm going to be explaining the 6 most underrated mantras for each attunement. Now, I know we're all kind of bored of just seeing the same builds with the same mantras and we're looking for the same mantras, but I'm here today to explain some different mantras you can actually use instead of going for your same 5 damn stupid mantras that you always use on every single build. Trying to help, your builds be more diverse instead of just going for your same yada 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 boring mantras. Now, I'm not gonna say these are better than the ones you're gonna use, but maybe you should try them out on your builds, and it might pair up better with the build that you're using. So, the first one I'm gonna do is no attunement because that's the most brain dead attunement, obviously. And I'm gonna explain why it's gonna be brain dead in another video. And the most underrated mantra for no attunement has to be taunt. Now, Taunt is a very good mantra, support mantra, but it involves charisma, which is why most people you don't really see in most builds, especially for no achievement builds. And the reason why Taunt is really good because it gives you a 20% damage increase to the person that gets taunted, which is always good because that's just extra damage. You're gonna kill them faster. And if you slap Eternal Logstones on that, one of my builds I slapped Eternal Logstones on that, and all my days it lasts for like 15 seconds. And that's a period, 15-second period where they can't jump either. And we all know that aerial stab is broken for that, especially heavies and mediums. Like, aerial stab is the most aggravating thing to deal with, especially medium monkey swinging monkeys. Like, they just spam aerial stab, and with taunt you just decline that option for them, which is very good. And I also am gonna play a clip of me absolutely juking a guy when I was doing bounties. I used taunt on him while I carried his friend, went over a ledge, gripped him, he couldn't do nothing because he couldn't jump. And most attunements actually don't have vertical mobility mantras, which just prevented him from helping his friend, which is absolutely goated on the sticks. Now, the next attunement we're going to be talking about is Thundercall, and the most underrated mantra for Thundercall will have to be Stormblades. And not the normal Stormblades, but the Tornado Spark variant. Oh my days, has this mantra just been slept on completely? Because this mantra with Tornado Spark is so broken. Because you put an electric field around your opponent, well, yourself, and anyone caught in it basically gets stunned a lot. And because like every Deepwoken player has the mentality of when you parry a hit, you swing straight away. It makes it even more useful because while in that thunderstorm and they parry you, they're gonna think they can swing after, but they actually can't because they get stunned. And I've abused this a lot, I can't lie. I put my thunderstorm down, my storm blaze down, and swing while they're in it, and they tend to swing back. But I just insta swing after, and they get hit, and it's a very good like mantra for just for like catching your opponents lacking, keeping them inside. Now it's not that hard to get out of if you have like risky moves or like goes, but it can be a pain if you don't have those. So it's very good to keep your enemies in bay, and if you use things like Jolt Grab or Lightning Stream impaired with the Stormblades, is very good because it auto attracts to them, which makes it even harder for them to get out. Now, if you slap 3 Vibrant Gems on this, oh my days, it becomes even worse. I'm not going to explain it because you use it yourself, you'll see what I mean. Now, the next mantra we're going to be talking about is Shadowcast, and the most underrated mantra for Shadowcast has to be Clutch and Shadow. Clutch and Shadow is very good because not only does it have a short cooldown, but it restores a lot of your ether. And if you pair it up with a Blessed Gem, you can spam it every 2 seconds. If you pair it up with a Wayward, it gives you mix-up potentials. And most people don't really know how to counter this mantra because they think they parry once and then it's cancelled, but no, it's actually a multi-hit move. Now, if you parry once, you have to spam parry, you're going to get hit. If you dodge without risky move, I think risky moves still gets countered, but if you dodge without ghost, then you're still going to get hit unless you dodge and parry. But very good move to do damage and steal ether from, and very spammable. And decent range as well, but you can't increase the range, so just putting gems on there will help. Now, the next mantra we're going to be talking about is Flamecharm, and the most underrated mantra for Flamecharm will have to be Burning Servants. Now, Burning Servants is a very good mantra, and people have slept on the Servants mantras because on release it was absolutely horrific, and I don't blame them. It was horrific, but in this current age, this meta, bro, is very good because not only does it do a lot of damage, but it can proc Warden Radiance, that Halo move, Halo attack very easily because it does 8 strikes and you only need 3 for Warden Radiance, and it does a lot of damage. Also, I probably shouldn't be saying this again, but you can technically move stack with Burning Servants, which means when you do a flourish, you can have Burning Servants active at the same time, which does absolutely insane damage. And I'll try and find a clip of me doing this, but yeah, oh my days. And if you have like the Explosion Tyrants and Emperor Flame, oh my god, just let your opponent say goodbye to their health, because it's disappearing respectfully. And yeah, that's why you should probably pick up Burning Servants, because mad damage can move stack it, and you can probably get some true combos into it. Like one of my favorite true combos used to be Tacit Drop Kick with Insignian Gem into Burning Servants, or you can just use Rush Shards instead. And yeah, you can't parry it. It's just free like 20% damage to the average player's build. Next mantra team I'm going to be talking about is Frostdraw, and the most underrated mantra for Frostdraw will have to be what's that thing called? Even forgot what it's called. Warden's Blade. That's it. Sorry, Warden's Blade. Because if you put a lot of Cloudstones and Strategy Stones on it, it becomes quite big, which means that your normal parry trade monkey medium player can't really parry trade as well, because they'll be put into some hit stun, which means they'll have to parry, and they can't really swing at the same time. Well, they can, but you'll be able to swing and use marchers while they're parrying the initial warden rate. What's it called? Warden's Blades, that's it, sorry. So, it's very good for, keeping your distance and being exerting pressure, which is always good in this meta, because, W key gang for life. And now, the last attunement, Gale, this is kind of, there's no really underrated mantras per se, because, pretty much all of the mantras for Gale is pretty good, but the most underrated mantra for Gale will have to be Heavenly Wind. Now, people have stopped picking this mantra up because of the damage scaling nerf it's got a few patches ago. Not a few, quite a few patches ago. But it's still really good because it has the most mix-up potential within Galebreath, because if you feint it with the Inhale talent, not only do you get a speed boost, but you go vertically high, which means, if you jump and use it, you go above like the typical player's camera angle, and it'll be hard to predict what you're going to do next, since they can't really see you unless they look up. And if they're looking up, they're obviously not going to be on their A game, because they have to look up, and that's a really uncomfortable camera angle they're going to be at. And you can mix out by heavily wind into Tornado Kick, because Tornado Kick keeps you in the air. Very good mix up. You can do that into Aerial Stab. It's just really good for mix ups, and just overall bamboozling your enemies, which is always good, because block parry and dodge is a bit too easy in this game, but that's going to change soon. But hey ho. So yeah, those are the 6 most underrated mantras within each attunement category. And if you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe. And next video will probably be Vision Shape.